So in today's video, I'm going to be previewing Bradford City versus Salford City, and then the second part of today's video, I'm going to be bringing you guys my Game Week 28 League 2 score predictions. If you do go on to enjoy, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try to 80 likes on today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We are on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Get your thoughts in as well down in the comment section down below. Let me know down below your score prediction for this match. What would your starting 11 be as well? Obviously, we had the unfortunate news of Saturday's game against Doncaster being postponed due to a frozen pitch. If you've not already gone and checked out my ground hop vlog, we went to Middlesbrough versus Rotherham at the weekend. Make sure to go check that one out if you haven't already. Tuesday night though, we're back at Valley Parade for another rearranged game. This game originally against Salford was meant to be played, I think, on the 9th of December, somewhere around that time. So fingers crossed we can get the win in this one. Obviously, a lot has changed at Salford since that original game. They've had a change of management. Neil Wood is no longer there. Carl Robinson has since come in as well. But make sure to drop a like on there for me. Subscribe if you're new as well. And let's get into it. Channel memberships are now cheaper than ever, with Tier 1 costing just 99p. Tier 2 has been reduced from $3.99 a month down to $1.99 a month. And Tier 3 has been reduced from $8.99 a month down to just $4.99 a month. Your support, as always, is massively appreciated. And the more members that we have, the better the content will be. Enjoy the rest of the video. If we start out then with how both teams have got on so far this season, my team Bradford City, we currently sit 16th in the Sky Bet League 2 table. After 27 matches, we've got 9 wins, 8 draws and 10 defeats, scoring 34 goals and conceding 36, which leaves us on a -2 goal difference and 35 points. Our last couple of matches then have been a draw, a loss, a loss, a draw and a draw. Them last couple of matches then been a 1-1 draw away at Colchester United, a 1-0 win away at Derby County in the Football League Trophy, a 4-2 defeat at home to Crawley Town, a 1-0 defeat away at Crewe Alexandra, a 0-0 draw at home to Stockport County, and a 2-2 draw at home to Morecambe FC. If we compare that then to Salford City, they currently sit 21st in the Sky Bet League 2 table. After 27 matches, they've got 7 wins, 6 draws and 14 defeats, scoring 35 goals and conceding 48, which leaves them on a -13 goal difference and 27 points. Their last couple of matches then have been a win, a draw, a loss and a loss. Them last couple of matches then being a 1-0 win away at Crawley Town, a 2-2 draw at home to Forest Green Rovers, with both teams getting a red card in that match. Adrian Mariappa and Ryan Innes both sent off in the 90th minute, so if that was a straight red card, which it could have potentially been maybe some sort of a headbutt potentially, then obviously he will be banned for this one. They also had a 3-0 defeat away to Accrington Stanley, a 3-0 defeat at home to Grimsby Town, and a 5-1 defeat at home to Tranmere Rovers. So you can certainly see why Neil Wood did get the chop. I think in Robinson's first 2 games as manager, they've picked up a draw and an away win, so not too bad to be fair. Their game on Saturday at home to Colchester was also postponed. I think that was actually rearranged for the Friday, but either way, that one was also postponed. But now we're going to get into the team that I would go with if I was Graham Alexander. Now, it does feel like absolutely forever since our last match against Colchester United. Kind of a lot has changed since then. You know, we've had around a 10-day break, obviously with no midweek game last week and no game at the weekend as well. The players and the form kind of slightly does go out of the window, because, you know, 10 days is a long time in football. But I've gone with the 3-4-3 formation. I certainly think we look much more threatening in this formation, in my opinion, so that is what I would go with for me. In goal, I've gone with Sam Walker. Like I mentioned after the Colchester game, I thought his debut wasn't too bad overall. Certainly looked very confident coming for crosses, much better than Harry Lewis from that point of view. I thought his kicking was much better as well, but obviously he should do much better with their goal. He definitely should save it for me, and that was the only real disappointment that came out from that game. I don't think there was probably going to get an easier game at Bradford City getting a clean sheet, and he did unfortunately fail to do so, and he was kind of to blame for that. So disappointing to concede that goal. Fingers crossed that he can get his first Bradford City clean sheet in this one at home to Salford. Into my back 3 then, on the right side, I've gone with Jonathan Tompkinson. He had a pretty dodgy game around, you know, the Crewe Crawley sort of period, you know, 2 not really impressive performances, but apart from that, he has been very good in the games that he has played played so far for Bradford City. In the most recent match against Colchester, I thought he was pretty solid, to be fair. When he had to go 1v1 defensively, I thought he had some really nice recovery tackles in there. So for me personally, I got Jonathan Tompkinson on the right side. In the centre, I've gone with Sam Stubbs. I thought again against Colchester, he was quite good, to be fair. Obviously, he played left centre-back in that game, and I was surprised to see Kieran Kelly dropped. Ash Taylor played in the middle, but Taylor, for me, not good enough to be playing week in, week out for Bradford City if you're a team who is serious about challenging for promotion, which, I mean, judging by our league table position, you would probably say we're not serious about challenging for promotion. But Stubbs, for me, especially in the second half against Colchester when he was dealing with Connor Wilkinson, I thought he had a pretty decent game, so I've gone with him in the middle. And on the left side, I've gone with Kieran Kelly. I was very surprised to see him not in the starting 11 against Colchester, to be fair. I know both Stubbs and Taylor had decent games in the game before that against Derby County in the Football League Trophy when Kieran Kelly was suspended, but Kelly, for me, has been brilliant over the last couple of weeks and months under Graham Alexander, so he needs to come back into this side for me. I think he's very good defensively for such a big physical unit as well. He's got quite a lot of pace in there. He obviously gives that natural left-footed balance as well. So my back three will be Jonathan Tompkinson, Sam Stubbs and Kieran Kelly. Into my midfield four then, at right wing back, I've gone with Brad Halliday. Over the last couple of matches, he hasn't quite been as good as normal. You know, he's been brilliant for us so far this season, but since the turn of the new year, his performances have unfortunately slightly dipped a little bit. Maybe it could potentially be a little bit of complacency with obviously Daniel Ugoke being out until at least March time. At the start of the season, Halliday knew that he had to, play very well every single opportunity that he got, because he was actually down as our second choice right wing back at the start of the season. But since Ugoke's injury, I don't really think Halliday dropped off too much, but over the last couple of weeks, I've certainly noticed that Halliday's performances haven't quite been up to scratch, so fingers crossed he can get back to his best in this one. As the two central midfielders, at first I've gone with Richie Smallwood. As long as he's not on at set pieces, Smallwood normally has a very good game, or at least he has done under Graham Alexander, especially at home. He knows when to take a foul, he's very good at winning second balls, he's combative in that midfield, and for me personally, if Smallwood is fit, he should be in the starting 11. I just really hope that he isn't on set pieces though for me. And partnering him, I've gone with Kevin McDonald. I thought he was actually really, really good against Derby County. It showed, you can tell that he's played at levels above. His quality on the ball is there for all to see. Yes, sometimes if we're playing against a team with very high energy and, the ball gets flipped over constantly, and it's a bit of a basketball game, that's maybe not the game for McDonald, but he's certainly somebody who can put his foot on the ball, slow the game down at times when it's needed to, but he can also pick a pass going forward. So I've gone with Kevin McDonald and Richie Smallwood as my two central midfielders. And at left wing back, I've gone with Alex Gilead. Now, I don't believe Lewis Richards will still be back available for selection yet, unfortunately, so I've gone with Alex Gilead. Liam Radau, for me, he just doesn't cut it. His crosses into the box are usually quite poor, so for me personally, I go Gilead there. He's played there a number of times, and I certainly think he can do so with the legs and energy that he's got. So for me personally, I would have a midfield four of Brad Halliday, Richie Smallwood, Kevin McDonald and Alex Gilead. Into my front three then, on the right wing, I've gone with Harry Chapman. I think over the last couple of matches since he's come back into the starting 11, he has affected the games a decent amount, to be fair. He's shown a lot of quality on the ball. His one-touch passing at times can be very good. His IQ is clearly very high as well. You can see why he has played at levels above, but then you can also see why he's in League 2, because he does a lot of the time everything quite well, but then it's just that end product that is really lacking with Harry Chapman. Hopefully that does come though with more game time and all that sort of stuff. As the striker, I've gone with Andy Cook. Jake Young probably still not going to be available for this one. Matt Derbyshire doesn't cut it for me. Tyler Smith, I'm less than convinced in, to be honest with you. Yes, he had a decent run a couple of weeks ago now, but he's not done anything really for the last month, so Andy Cook obviously needs to lead the line. Scored our only goal in the last match for 13, I think he's got now in all competitions, which is pretty decent. 11 in the league, I do believe, and obviously he gives us a big physical presence up front, someone to play off of, so I've gone with him as our striker. And as the left winger against his former club, I've gone with Tyreek Wright. Obviously he's now had over a week really to be embedded back into this Bradford City side. It's been a disappointing period over the last year not having him in there, but now he's back available for selection. He brings something to this side that we simply don't have. That natural pace that he's got, a natural talent and ability, it's going to be very key for us in this one, so fingers crossed he can score against this former side. On the bench then for me, that'll leave Colin Doyle, Matthew Platt, Ash Taylor, Liam Rideout, Bobby Poynton, Adam Wilson and Tyler Smith. The players currently unavailable are Daniel Ugoke, Lewis Richards, Alex Patterson, Jamie Walker and Jake Young, which means the players who would miss out then through selection will be be Clark Adore, Rayhan Tulloch and Matt Derbyshire. Now then we're going to get into my Game Week 28 League 2 score predictions. Now there is only the 4 matches for us to go through and predict. I believe all 4 of these matches were all meant to be played on the 9th of December. I might be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure that is when they were all meant to be played, and they're obviously all been rearranged for this date. So starting out then with the big derby between MK Dons and AFC Wimbledon, I'm actually going to back the home side for a 2-1 win. Morecambe FC versus Crewe Alexandra. Crewe at the weekend were the first side to beat Barrow at home so far this season. I'm backing them for another 3 points. I'm going 2-0 to the away side in that one. Bradford City versus Salford City. I really don't know how to predict this game with neither side playing for the last 10 days or so. I'm going to back the Bantams though for a 1-0 home win. I think it'll be scrappy, but I think we'll just about get the job done. And finally, Mansfield Town versus Sutton United. I'm going with a comfortable 3-1 home win for the Stags. But I'm going to leave it there then for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you're trying to 80 likes, as I said at the start of today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We are now on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed. If you haven't already, with that post notification bell on, it's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Get your thoughts in as well down in the comment section down below. Let me know down below your score prediction for this match. What would your starting 11 be as well? Do you agree with the team that I have gone with? Thank you all very much for watching today's video. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the match day vlog. Peace.